we're saying people stay quiet. We are seeing those who are capitulating to clearly unconstitutional threats. And these are the things that we are witnessing each day in these last few months in our country. And it understandably creates a great sense of fear. Because, there were many things that we knew would happen. I'm not here, Sapp, I told you so.
Might as well. Might as well.
But I'll say this. Fear has a way of being contagious.
She didn't want to say I told y'all so, but she told us so. Good morning. What's up, what's up, what's up? How y'all doing? How you doing? JQ, how are you? I am great, I'm great. I ain't been here about a week. I took about a week off. Been doing a lot of things personally behind the scenes to kind of like make everything a foundation around here. I got a few things in the works and I took some time off to kind of get it together. Within my time off, I've started going back to the gym more. Like I used to go to the gym like twice a week. Now about 5 days a week. I went to the Millennium Tour. Yes. I got to see Boosie, Plies, Trey Songz, Nivea, Bow Wow, Omarion. I'm missing a whole bunch of people, but it was so many people there. Shout out to all of them for doing their thing and putting on for Atlanta. Yeah, I had a great time, and thank you to my big sister for inviting me, for having me, her and her partner, and I'm grateful to the both of them. I really enjoyed myself. But now I'm back in here with you all, and as usual, I ain't got all day, so we're gonna go ahead and just get right on into it. As usual, y'all know how we start off. We got to start off with our country. What the F is going on around here?
On April 2nd, President Donald Trump unveiled what he called Liberation Day for America. As part of Liberation Day, Trump announced a blanket 10% tariff on all goods coming into the U.S. In addition to the 10% blanket tariffs, Trump added new duties on goods coming into the U.S. from 185 countries. Now, in the world of global trading, a duty refers to a tax imposed by governments on goods crossing international borders. And similarly, a tariff is a government-imposed tax on goods imported from other countries. Now, while Trump believes that tariffs are a great way to rebalance trade in America and bring back manufacturing jobs, the chaos and uncertainty on how and why these tariffs were imposed the way they are have even some of Trump's most loyal supporters scratching their head. And they're questioning whether this bold move, at a time when America was already prospering and growing economically, is such a good idea. So now, has the infamous great negotiator finally lost his touch? Or is America watching a live play-by-play of the art of the deal? I'm Legally Hype, and this is TSR News. Donald Trump started a trade war, and experts are saying that this is going to cause the price of everything that we as Americans purchase to go up. It is very likely to cause tremendous job loss, and we are likely to experience an unnecessary one-man-made recession. And then the Fed Chair Powell has said that inflation will likely go up. So now, are we all just thinking small and Trump is thinking big? See, when Trump initially announced his new tariffs plan, he said that they were going to be reciprocal, meaning if another country does it to us, then we here in America, well, we're just going to do it back to them. But if that's the case, then experts in the economy field are saying that the math isn't mathing. In fact, some experts are pretty much saying that Trump is a bald-faced lie. New York Times journalist Benjamin Applebaum said that these tariffs are in fact not reciprocal, but that the White House used what he considers a childish formula that didn't look at tariff rates, but instead trade imbalances between countries. And economist David Rosenberg explains that to get the numbers presented on Liberation Day, Trump took the trade surplus that each country has with the U.S. and divided it by their exports to the U.S. The problem is, when calculating the trade imbalances between America and other countries, whoever did the math on this only took into account the trade on goods. While America may seem to have a trade deficit with other countries in terms of goods, America dominates in trade with other countries when it comes to services and technology. So, is this really a bold-faced lie or just the art of the deal? A trump card, if you will. See, Trump previously said that the key to successful negotiations is the size of your opponent. You have to know what they want, what they need, and where they're vulnerable. He has also said that his style of deal making is to aim very high and keep pushing to get what he wants. But did Trump aim a little too high this time? See, while Trump campaigned on the idea of implementing tariffs, most believe that there would be a 10% base. So many people were shocked to see America's trading partners to be hit with such high numbers. The European Union has a 20% tariff, China 34%, Japan 24%, and Vietnam 46%. So now, while Trump is presenting this narrative that America is being bullied and taken advantage of when it comes to trade, other people will say that it's actually because of America's economic dominance that Trump was even able to pull this whole thing off the way he did. But will Trump playing such a huge hand work in America's favor or lead to his downfall? While the world is visibly panicked by the uncertainty of the American economy, with the global stock market falling to the lowest it's been since the 2020 pandemic, Mr. Bravado himself seems completely unbothered. Just 2 days after announcing his sweeping tariffs, Trump hopped on a plane to Miami to attend his weekend golf tournament, enjoying his 9th weekend in Florida since taking office in January. Another of Trump's negotiation tactics is to act unbothered in order to speed up the negotiation process and see how desperate his opponent is to negotiate and make a deal. However, White House officials have said that the Trump administration isn't looking to negotiate when it comes to tariffs. In fact, they said that Trump's unexpected tariff response is due to a national emergency. So now the question is, will Trump's explosive trade war really make America first, or will it make America alone? Join us this Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the...
She explained this so well. So hopefully y'all took the time out to actually listen at what she had to say. So this is my thoughts on it. I don't think it's a trade war yet, but it looked like it's going that way. And he said it will be reciprocal. Like she said, if they do it to us, we'll do it to them. So China, he gave China a 25% tariff. China gave America a 34% tariff. Then he went up to 104%. China went up to 84%. And then now he's at 125% tariff. And now China is ready to come to the table and make a negotiation with America. So yesterday, Trump declared Liberation Day for America. I think they're talking about like the Chinese agreeing to come to the table and make a negotiation. But at the same time, though, he paused tariffs for 90 days, I think, for countries who did not retaliate against him. And with him doing that caused the stock market to shoot up very quickly. And y'all haven't done a lot of research on this, so I'm trying to slowly put pieces together. So bear with me. So when he paused the tariffs on countries that didn't retaliate, the stock market shot up drastically. And he had tweeted that this is a good time to buy. And when he tweeted that, a lot of people ran and bought stocks. And so a few hours after that, the stock market shot up. The announcement came out about pausing the tariffs, and the stock market shot up. Which I read that is illegal or whatever. I don't know. We know nothing's going to probably happen to Trump. he has the Supreme Court. And we know nothing's possibly going to happen. A judge has already ordered Trump to rehire all those people that he fired. The Supreme Court said, nope, they're fired, they're fired. A judge has already ordered Trump to bring back one of our American citizens who has been illegally deported. Trump got the Supreme Court to overturn that, and he does not have to bring back the prison, the American citizen that was illegally deported. So same thing with this. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing. And I hate saying this. I hate it, but I be just keeping it real. I don't know. I told y'all once before, I see a lot of this is rooted in racism and white superiority. And Trump is put in place to show white superiority. And that's what he's doing right now. He's showing dominance. And not only dominance, showing that white superiority is still a thing. Now, I don't know if it's a thing around the world, but it's a thing here. And I really don't know how to explain it because it's an unspoken thing, y'all. So a lot of black people and people of minority groups may understand what I'm trying to say. But this is what we have to deal with, y'all. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that tariffs is a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's y'all might be mad, and we're going to be moving along. But I think it's a strategic way to get someone to move off of something they said they weren't going to move off of. Apparently, China owes us money, or China has scammed us out of money, allegedly. Allegedly, China has somehow scammed the U.S. according to the right. But we're going to be moving right along. I'm going to constantly keep y'all updated on what's going on with that. All right, next topic.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you, I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife, Melinda P. Sapp, was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get one soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap. That's swag. I was looking in her eyes. She's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now, everyone up here, we've all sowed and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm going to have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on take your phone and stick it on the bucket.
Headline says, y'all here for it? Marvin Sapp orders ushers to close the church doors until the congregation gives $40,000. They've been eating Marvin Sapp up. they've been eating Marvin Sapp up about this online. I like Marvin Sapp. Great man of God. Great man of God. Me and my mother back in 2023, I would like to say, we attended Bishop Marvin Sapp's church. We went to a conference. My mom, they had a 3-day conference, and my mom wanted to go. She bought me a ticket. I got the hotel room, and we drove down to Fort Worth, Texas, and I had a great time. I enjoyed myself those 3 days at that convention he had. He treated us with so much hospitality. And the way everything was so organized, they had everything organized, so it felt like a convention. It felt like something they were putting on for the people. There were people that traveled from out of state. There were people that joined them online for this. It was just one of the greatest experiences that I have seen in a long time. He did something similar to that when we were at the convention. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story, and this is no pun against Marvin Sapp. This is just kind of me commenting on what we're talking about. He said at the beginning of the service, he said, "We only give offering around here one time. We don't keep asking y'all for offering. We don't keep sending around the collection plate. We don't do that here. We ask for offering one time here." Well, if I'm not mistaken, he asked for, if I can recall correctly, he asked for offering more than once. I think he did this 2 times during that convention. And he also stated, "I know I told y'all we don't do this, but we cannot allow these people of God that have traveled so far to not leave with something. And I want to leave them with something." I don't know what that number was in his head, but he sent that collection plate around. He had the scan code on the screen, so if you wanted to send online or whatnot, but he didn't make nobody shut the doors or whatnot. So to go into this, there was a specific number. He said $40,000. And then he did the math. He was like, "It's 1,000 people online, 1,000 people here. If everybody gave $20, that's $40,000. That's easy for saints to do." I don't know what conversation they had behind the scenes, but I'm gonna give my opinion. Maybe behind the scenes there was some kind of conversation they had about something that the person of that church needs. Because it doesn't look like he's at his church. I could be wrong. He could be at someone else's church. But it's something that the church needed that probably cost around $40,000. And Marvin Sapp was like, "Hey, we're going to try God. We got 2,000 people here. That's $20 a piece. So we're going to try it." And he tried it. A lot of people saying he don't have no right to hold nobody hostage. I don't think he held nobody hostage. They challenged church members to give a seed of faith, or they challenged the congregation to have some type of faith. And so as a leader, he was like, "Hey, y'all, shut the doors. We're going to lead together." Because I guess people had possibly started trying to walk out on whatever he was saying, and he's committing an act of faith. So for him, he possibly just tried the congregation and was like, "Y'all, you shut the doors. Y'all, we're going to lead together. We're going to lead together. Y'all ain't going nowhere but to eat. It's 1,000 people there. And we all give $20 a piece. We can all come up with this $40,000. Now, for whatever they needed it for, it could have been for anything. It could have been something for the church. I don't know. But I like Marvin Sapp. I think he's a great man of God, and I think his intentions were meant well. I don't think he meant any harm by what he had done. I think whatever it was, he had great intentions. He has a great heart, and he's a good man of God. So shout out to you, Marvin Sapp, and I'm praying for you. Social media can be a hard place, especially when your business and stuff tied up into that too. So, I don't think he meant any harm by it. I can't speak for him, but that's just me from the outside looking in. So we're going to move along.
I mean, like you're trying to please too many people and you're trying to look perfect in front of too many people. That's why I will say this, and I don't care who get mad at me. I love Kirk and Rashida from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Okay.
That is a perfect example of a marriage going through everything, and a marriage standing every test and fighting through it and actually getting through it. And that's partnership right there. That's work.
Headline says, y'all agree just hilarious, says Kurt and Rashida are the perfect example of partnership in a marriage. I don't know about a perfect example of partnership. I think they're a good example for a realistic partnership. They're one example. There's many examples, but they're just one example of a realistic partnership. And what I mean by that is, y'all know, y'all go watch the episodes in the past. I like Rashida and Kurt's relationship. And I like it because I'm not sure if Rashida is his first wife or not. I don't know. But I know that for Rashida, this is her first marriage. If I'm not mistaken, they've been married since she was very, very young. So, and on her behalf, she don't know what a marriage look like. This is the first marriage she's been in. The only way y'all know what marriage look like is for y'all to go through it with someone you're married to. And the way to go through it is not try to be perfect. Like, and while you're not trying to be perfect, you're learning how to love that person through their flaws. Don't just leave because they F up. Stay and figure out how to work through it, this person and their flaws. For Kurt, he cheats. Rashida has found some type of way to love him past all of that. That's what real love is, when the world go against you. See, the world be against Kurt. Rashida is right there in his corner. And there are things that Rashida has admitted to that we can't see. That she has went through, that he has supported her as well. He has supported her as well when nobody believed in her with certain stuff, with her rap career and all kind of stuff. He believed in her. And so in return, she believed in him to get better and better and better and better and better. Within that, he's gonna outgrow it. And if he don't outgrow it, he learned. To me, there will come a time he will outgrow it. And she loved him through it, and she still got her husband. And the world might say, oh, he disrespected her, this. That is her husband. She loved him through his flaws. She didn't leave. She did not leave. A lot of y'all get married and don't know who y'all marry, and then y'all have to learn who you marry. And then y'all don't want to learn it. Y'all don't want to see it. Y'all don't want to accept it. And I'm like, that's part of getting to know someone over time. A lot of y'all don't get to know somebody in a night or a day. It takes for some people to get married for them to actually start getting to know someone. A lot of people be boyfriends in a relationship with these people and don't know who they are until they get married. I like their relationship. I think it's one of the examples of a realistic relationship where they're not trying to make it look perfect. They're not trying to make it look perfect. They have went through their problems, and he has hurt Rashida numerous of times. But Rashida loves her man, and he loves Rashida too. We don't have to see it, but he does. So shout out to Kirk and Rashida. Headlines say transgender woman arrested for using women's restroom, potentially marking first case under Florida law. A transgender woman was arrested last month for attempting to use a woman's bathroom at the Florida State Capitol building. According to Tampa Bay Times, this incident may mark the first arrest under the state laws prohibiting transgender individuals from using restrooms and other facilities that align with their gender identity. Marcy Retgen, a 20-year-old resident of Illinois, was apprehended by Capitol Police and charged with trespassing after they attempted to enter the women's bathroom at the state capitol. Wow. They passed a law. But Trump had already passed the law. You got to change, your ID must state whatever you were born as. You cannot be in men can't be in women's sports, women can't be in men's sports. If you're whatever you're biologically born as, that's what sport you go into. And you cannot use other gender bathrooms or whatever. So Florida took that into effect immediately. I don't know what made Marcy go to a Capitol building, the Florida State Capitol, and pull this. Yeah, it just seems a little calculated to me. Why would you go and try it at the Capitol building? And they arrested her. She can do up to 60 days in jail just for using the women's bathroom. This story was sent to me, and someone asked me, what do I think about this? Here's what I think, y'all. I think it's not going to look good down the line. I've already told y'all about it. I think we had this discussion before. We're going to discuss it again if I did. This ain't going to look good down the line. What are y'all going to do about the trans men that come and use y'all bathrooms? Question mark. There are trans men out there that look just like me. Even better. They are biologically born female, and they transformed and transitioned into a male. When they start walking in y'all bathrooms, what are y'all gonna do? You can't make them pull their pants down. You can't make them prove that they were born this or born that. What are you gonna do? You don't have any right as a person to walk up to an individual and antagonize them. The only way y'all can prove it is if they pull their freaking pants down. That's the only way that you can prove that. And they're not finna do that for y'all. So now what? You can't stop them from going in the bathroom. You can't keep locking them up every time they want to go to the bathroom. That's a lawsuit. And as it should be. Y'all told me to use this bathroom. I can't use this bathroom. And you locked me up and accused me of this. Y'all gonna accuse them of being a man. You know why? Because they're man presenting. That's how they live their lives. They don't live their lives as a woman. They live their lives as men. But y'all told these men that they have to use the bathroom that they were assigned to at birth. So they decided to go use the female's bathroom because they was born as a female. And what are you going to do then? It affects all females. Because y'all can start, y'all have already done this in the past. It started 2016, a trans woman named Amy Toms. It happened at Walmart. She went to use the bathroom. Her hair was cut short and she had on a baseball cap, and she went to use the bathroom, and a woman confronted her and mistaken her for being a trans. What are y'all gonna do? Start taking these women to jail? And then what about women that want to pretend that they're trans women just to go in the men's bathroom? Women with y'all husbands in there. And we don't want no women in our bathroom either. There are trans out there that look just like women. Just like women. I don't see this going good at all. I see this going to shit. They need to come up with, all companies, it should be mandatory that they have a gender neutral bathroom at least. And that could be one bathroom where it's gender neutral. It could be one stall, whatever, but it needs to be gender neutral bathrooms so that everyone can feel comfortable. Y'all trying to act as if trans people don't exist. Y'all are not acknowledging the fact that they do. Y'all want to erase the fact that they exist. Like they're confusing the children, like they're confusing everybody out here. So y'all just say, no, it's just man and woman. Man and woman is a social construct. It's something that, these are words that we came up with and applied them to each human. When really, these words don't exist. The only thing that exists is our actions. You see this? I don't have to say nothing. And guess what? You did not hear me talking, but you see me. I'm moving. I exist. Now, you can deny that all you want. No, he's not moving. No. And that's what y'all want to do with trans people. Y'all want to deny them. And you don't want to respect them as humans. You want to disregard them and act like they don't exist, like they don't have rights. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. But I'm going to be moving right along. All right, y'all. We've come to the last topic of the day. Ruby Rose tweeted, if I tell a guy I'm getting my hair done and he doesn't ask how much, I know we're not going to get too far. Aren't y'all tired? Aren't y'all tired? Y'all should be tired of singing this same old tune. Men, when females sound like this, that's an automatic red flag that this is a little girl. I'm just saying. Let me just go and put it out there. Little girls speak like this. Give me some money, give me some money, give me some money. And you could be a grown woman, but your mentality is little girl mentality, city girl. Not even city woman. You're a city girl. Girl. There's a difference. You young. And a lot of this comes from your women. Y'all don't see this, but y'all be hurt. Y'all be hurt. Somebody in the past took advantage of you, misused your pussy, and now your hand is out. So that if they did misuse it, he paid for it. He paid for your time. You got something out of him, which was money. He didn't just get a piece of pussy. You got money out of him. You got a car, you got a house, you got this, you got that. At this rate, girls who think like this, at this rate, girls who think like this, y'all should stop wasting these men time. Start putting your feet in your bios. Stop saying he don't say how much. No, say I want my hair done. It's gonna be $500. Can you give me $500 to get my hair done? Y'all waiting on him to offer. When you just said, if he don't, we're not going far. Well, forget. Don't even let him offer. How about you just go ahead and put a price on it? And if he don't pay the price, you move along. He's not the customer for you. People like her are looking for tricks. You're not looking for love. You're looking for somebody to trick off on you. You looking for somebody to trick off on you. If you looking for somebody who's tricking off on you, they're going to trick off on another bitch, and another bitch, and another bitch. Because us men have the money to do so. That's what a lot of men do with their money. They go trick off on hoes. It's the quickest way to get pussy. Pay for it. It's the quickest way to get something from her is to pay to get her hair done. Pick her up from getting her hair done, take her to the hotel room, and send her back out the door. They like it like that too. Because to them, that's a way of getting honesty out of men. He ain't playing no games. He got my hair done. He dropped me off. I gave him some. She was going to give you some anyway. She just really wanted you to pay for it so she didn't feel bad later and leave him with no wet ass. They'll feel all right if you gave them a little money. You paid for it. Oh, well. Like they bragging about dealing with tricks. Tricking your pussy out. Come on, using your pussy. That's a little collateral. Just saying, this shit like this getting old. Men, y'all should avoid any females like this. These are little girls. Grown women don't need you to get their hair done. So if a grown woman says, I'm going to get my hair done, and you don't offer, she's still going to go get it and come holler at you later. And as a man, since you like her to look pretty and all nice and dressed up, over time, you may start sliding her 100 here, 200 there, or whatever. Because naturally, she already getting her hair done. She don't need me for nothing. She don't need me for nothing. So, shoot, I want to see you pretty today. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know you're going to look pretty. I ain't going to lie. As a man, it make us feel, I don't know, it's something about us knowing that you don't need us and you got yourself. But as a man, to gain some of your time, shoot, you know what I'm saying? Because most women like that, they don't need you for nothing. Most women that don't expect no money or no nothing from you, they don't need you for nothing. So a lot of men feel like, well, I need to show how I can carry some of that load. She'll be around, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Knowing she don't need no man, but hey, it would be nice to have one. It'd be nice to have one, but you're not expecting him to pay for anything because the moment he don't give you no money, the moment you go get your hair done and he don't give you no money, he was getting your hair done already. You don't give a fuck about all that. You don't care. But I can't speak for women. A lot of women, black women in particular, for some odd reason, it's a big thing nowadays. Men have to spend money on them, and if they don't, they broke, they this, they that. And I'm like, dang, ladies, you ain't got your own. Y'all wanted equality, you got it. Y'all should be flaunting that you got your own and that you don't need him for nothing or want him for nothing. All I want for him is to be honest, faithful, loyal. If we stay together or get together, we'll discuss how we gonna do this and do that. But for the main part, I don't really need this person for nothing. That person don't need me for nothing. We need each other to love on each other, be honest with each other, to be loyal with each other, to bond with each other. She can take care of herself. He can take care of himself. Boom. Y'all missing the memo. But hey, what I know? Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. All right, y'all. We have come to the end of the show. Everything that you heard here today are allegations brought to you through the media for observation, deep discussion, opinions, laughs, and giggles. If you haven't already, follow me on all social media platforms. IG is at the.jq.show. Facebook is at Jaquavius Martin, and TikTok is at TheJQ Show. Thank you all for tuning in today, and I will see you all on tomorrow. Later.